अस्सलामुअलैकुम। ABN न्यूज़ के साथ मैं हूं आयशा फारूक
और मैं हूं लुकमान अली। हेडलाइंस आप जान चुके हैं। बुलेटिन का आगाज़ करेंगे। आगाज़ में आपको बताएं, IMF वफ्द और हुकूमती टीम के दरमियान मुलाकात ख़त्म हो गई है और तारफ़ी नशिस्त हुई है। इस हवाले से आपको बताएं कि IMF वफ्द पाकिस्तान में मौजूद है और मुख्तलिफ उमूर पर बात की जाएगी। ख़ास तौर पर आइंदा बजट के हवाले से भी कहा जा रहा है कि इससे मुतल्लिक नई हिकमत अमली तय की जाएगी। मज़ीद आपको बताएं कि वफाकी वज़ीर ख़ज़ाना मोहम्मद औरंगज़ेब की मुलाकात हुई है। मुलाकात में आइंदा वफाकी बजट, मुआशी इस्तेहकाम और इस्लाहाती एजेंडे पर तफसीली गुफ्तगू हुई है। वफाकी वज़ीर ख़ज़ाना मोहम्मद औरंगज़ेब की IMF मिशन से ये मुलाकात हुई है और इस मुलाकात में वफाकी बजट, मुआशी इस्तेहकाम, इस्लाहाती एजेंडे पर गुफ्तगू की गई है। और इसके अलावा आपको बताएं कि IMF की जानिब से मुख्तलिफ उमूर पर बात की गई है।
आगे बढ़े और आपको बताएं, IMF वफ्द और हुकूमती टीम के दरमियान मुलाकात खत्म। तारफी सेशन के बाद IMF वफ्द वजारत खजाना से रवाना। जराये के मुताबिक तारफी सेशन के साथ ही बजट मुज़ाकरात का बाकायदा आगाज भी हो गया। आइंदा वाली साल के लिए वफाकी बजट तैयारियां आइंदा हफ्ते तक मुकम्मल कर ली जाएंगी। IMF वफ्द के साथ मुशावरत से नया वफाकी बजट तैयार किया जाएगा। आइंदा माली साल का बजट मौजूदा सूरत हाल के तनाजुर के मुताबिक बनाया जाएगा। वफ्द की मुशावरत के साथ तयशुदा अहदाफ की पार्लियामेंट से मंजूरी ली जाएगी। की जराये का कहना है कि IMF वफ्द से स्टेट बैंक हुकाम के मुज़ाकरात भी शेड्यूल हैं। वफाकी बजट पर मुज़ाकरात के लिए वफ्द 20 मई तक पाकिस्तान में क़याम करेगा।
आलमी मालियाती फंड से पाकिस्तान को $1.3 अरब मौसूल हो गए हैं। स्टेट बैंक ऑफ पाकिस्तान की जानिब से जारी एलामी में पाकिस्तान को $1.3 अरब मौसूल होने की तस्दीक करते हुए कहा कि मुंतकली VFF और RSF प्रोग्राम के तहत हुई। IMF एग्जीक्यूटिव बोर्ड ने पाकिस्तान के लिए 760 मिलियन SDR की मंजूरी दे दी। RSF प्रोग्राम के तहत 154 मिलियन SDR की दूसरी किस्त भी मंजूर कर ली गई। स्टेट बैंक को मजमूई तौर पर 914 मिलियन SDR मौसूल हो गए हैं।
ये रकम 15 मई 2024 को खत्म होने वाले हफ्ते के ज़र मुबादला ज़खायर में रकम जाहिर होगी। IMF फंड से मिलने से पाकिस्तान के ज़र मुबादला ज़खायर को सहारा मिलेगा। वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ ने वफाकी काबीना का इजलास कल तलब कर लिया है। जराये के मुताबिक इजलास में खित्ते के ताज़ा सूरत हाल, खुसूसन ईरान और अमरीका के दरमियान जंग बंदी और क़याम अमन के लिए पाकिस्तान की सफारती कोशिशों पर ब्रीफिंग दिए जाने का इम्कान है। जराये का कहना है कि इजलास में तवानाई और ईंधन की सूरत हाल का भी जायजा लिया जा सकता है।
वफाकी वज़ीर इत्तलात ताताड़ तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे हैं।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम and a very good afternoon. It has been a privilege and an honor serving the nation, holding this portfolio of information and broadcasting, especially during the days of the May War. As Mr. Khurram Abbas rightly pointed out, that this war was imposed upon Pakistan because Pakistan has always believed in peace. Pakistan has always stood for peace. We have been the frontline state against terrorism. We've been a wall, a shield between the terrorists and the rest of the world. Now, there were certain inconsistencies in India's narrative and their strategy. The problem with their narrative was that they've always internalized their external issues and they've externalized their internal issues. So terrorism in India is an internal issue. It's not an external issue. The dispute of Jammu and Kashmir, as Dr. Khurram Abbas rightly pointed out, is an external issue. It's an international issue. It's an international dispute. There are United Nations Security Council resolutions giving the people, the indigenous people of Jammu and Kashmir, the right to self-determination. Now, when the Pahalgam incident happened, it was yet another example of India playing up on a false flag operation and creating a false narrative. There were so many inconsistencies. As soon as the Pahalgam incident happened, we were right on the job. And I must also mention here that the strength of the narrative lies in unity and unity of thought and action between state institutions. So all state institutions were aligned. We had a common purpose, an objective, and that was to put the truth out there in an effective manner. Right after the Pahalgam incident, an FIR was registered within 10 minutes of the incident happening. Now, without any inquiry, without anyone going to that spot, without any detailed investigation, you are registering an FIR and pointing fingers at Pakistan right after the incident. Now, when we talk about the allegation of cross-border terrorism, the Pakistani territory, the line of control, is more than 100 kilometers away from the Pahalgam site. Now, how is it possible that they could not detect any movement which they alleged was there? So, right from the beginning, our narrative during the May War gained strength because we expressed the truth at the right forum at the right time. Because when it comes down to narrative, it's all about saying the right thing at the right time at the right forum. There is no one size fits all. So there has to be a specific, a detailed campaign with regard to what your strategic narrative is. And we got a big boost in the narrative domain when Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif Sahib, speaking at PMA Academy Kakul, offered an investigation, a fair, transparent, independent investigation into the Pahalgam incident. Now, ladies and gentlemen, a year has passed, and that offer which the Prime Minister made, there was no response. And there couldn't be any response because we knew that it was a false flag operation, and Pakistan proved that our hands are clean. And it was India which shied away from an investigation. And then to attack innocent civilians, civilian population within Pakistan on the pretext of this false flag operation, it further damaged India's stance, especially at the global stage. I had taken a delegation of local and international journalists to one of the sites where India alleged that there were terrorist camps. We went to Bela Noor Shah in the Azad Jammu and Kashmir area. We took a big delegation of journalists to show them that India's allegations were false. And the next day we were supposed to go to Muridke and Bahawalpur, but these unfortunate attacks took place. So we were well within our right under the UN Charter to respond in a firm and decisive manner as we did. And in the narrative domain, we were addressing the international media because we had a lot to tell to the world. Because you see, when I say that Pakistan has been a frontline state against terrorism, or a shield or a wall between the terrorists and the rest of the world, when one Pakistani lays down his or her life, it is for the motherland, yes. But then laying down that life makes the world a safer place. No other country has to its credit 90,000 lives laid down. Hundreds of billions of dollars of economic losses suffered. So how can a country which is countering terrorism be blamed for terrorism? And who is pinning this blame on Pakistan? A country which is responsible for the assassination of Sikhs across the globe? A country which is responsible for the assassination of Hardeep Singh Najjar in Canada? There are allegations of assassinations in US, UK, Canada, the world over. Transnational regression, transnational assassinations are taking place. So my question was, when I addressed the international media, that one country is combating terrorism and the other country is promoting terrorism, and I do not say this on mere conjecture. I have substantial evidence to back my arguments. Wasn't Kulbhushan Yadav captured in Pakistan? Wasn't he involved in terrorist activity?